Today's sad story is from Deirdre Thomas from Dibbs Lane in Holt. Dear Alan, I want to be as honest as I can with you, so I hope you'll understand that I'd rather remain anonymous. Absolutely. My story begins in the mid-80s when I met Gareth. The truth is, he kind of swept me off my feet. He was tall, dashing, and had kind eyes like a cow. Really? Yeah, I suppose they do. Oh. Gareth knew I'd just come out of a serious relationship and wasn't ready to commit. But he called me the day before he went on a group camping trip and said someone had dropped out and would I like to join them. I'm just going to jump off the sad story because my sushi has arrived being brandished by someone I can only describe as some sort of food stig. In the meantime, here's the Vapors with I'm Turning Japanese. That's today's paper, then.
So, let's see, you ordered California rolls, Kitsu curry, and I listened to Orbital Digital.
I listen to Orbital Digital.
What was that?
I listen to Orbital Digital.
Nice of you to recommend us. Alan Partridge, you have been punked by Orbital Digital. It's Craig Kilty, a.k.a. The Monster.
Fuck off, you're not even on air, you dick.
Oh, yes, we are. Double punk. You have been owned.
All right, fair cop. Fair cop.
You have been owned.
Yeah, stop saying you've been owned by you. I'm not owned by anyone, I'm owned by Norfolk Digital. I'm certainly not owned by Orbital Digital. I wouldn't work for them if you paid me.
You've been owned.
Yeah, well, you know, at least I haven't got a brother in prison.
What's that got to do with anything?
Just having a joke, you know. It's not nice when the boot's on the other foot, is it? It makes walking difficult, you know. The arch is on the wrong side. Doesn't work.
You don't know anything about my brother. Fell in with the wrong crowd.
Well, he's in with the wrong crowd now, isn't he? Literally, he's in prison.
Owning me, owning you.
That doesn't even make sense.
Aha!
Yeah, I do own that. I do, actually. I flew to Gothenburg to negotiate directly with Bjorny and Ben's lawyers for exclusive rights to shout, but not say, the word aha 50 times a year in perpetuity for the rest of my life, or till 2015, whichever comes sooner. Sorry about all that Orbital Digital, OD. Wish they'd OD on heroin. It's Susan Boyle, Amazing Grace. Now it's time to return to Alan's sad stories. So things were going well between Gareth and I. But that was when our relationship took a twist that neither of us could have predicted. Shit, she writes, because Gareth died. But I married his twin brother, because he had a twin brother. Who was identical. He had eyes like a cow too. So everything was back to normal again. Until one day I discovered Gareth's brother in a compromising position with a box of Quality Street. He'd eaten 3 or 4 in sudden succession and completely ruined his appetite for the chicken dinner I'd so lovingly prepared. I was totally crushed. It was then I realised that Gareth's brother had a chalk problem. Nothing would get in the way of his addiction. The lowest point came when I found him collapsed in a sugar-induced coma in the bogs of Yates's Wine Lodge in Yarmouth. We cried and cried that night. I reiterated my love for him, he reciprocated his love for me, and we shared a chocolatey kiss that will stay with me forever. But it was then that everything changed. Again. Because his weight had ballooned to 20 stone or thereabouts. When he came towards me to hug me, he fell on me and shattered my spine in 3 places. The police didn't believe him. And he was carted off to prison for GBH, or attempted murder, forget which. I still visit him once a week in prison, And he tells me, Alan, that he tunes into your show, and it offers him great solace, great comfort. Not that the show is aimed at the criminal fraternity in any way. The cons tend to listen to Orbital Digital, as many of them have learning difficulties. I should add, the reason I was able to visit him was because of a pioneering operation which enabled me to walk again, because they replaced my spine with a new one made of carbon fibre, which is actually the material they use in the engine blocks and chassis for Formula One cars. It's actually lighter than aluminium. Yours sincerely, Deirdre. P.S. Unfortunately, I can't remember what our favourite song was. Ah, what a sad story.